2202, Owen Lyons was born into the Brotherhood of Steel, just like the majority of other members of the organization. He was originally a paladin stationed at the Lost Hills bunker in South California. In 2251, Lyons' daughter, Sarah, was born. Her mother, unfortunately, died soon afterwards. 3 years later, in 2254, the Brotherhood's ruling council decided to send a contingent of soldiers to the East Coast, with Lyons chosen to lead them. This detachment's objectives were to scour the ruins of Washington, D.C. for any and all advanced technology, investigate reports of supermutant activity in the area, and re-establish contact with the Midwestern Brotherhood of Steel, which had stopped all communication with the Lost Hills bunker. And so Paladin Lyons, accompanied by his 3-year-old daughter, Sarah, his friend Scribe Rothschild, and several other Brotherhood of Steel members, including Paladin Cross, Paladin Kasdan, and Paladin Asher, set off on their long journey towards the Capital Wasteland. Passing through Chicago, which was reportedly near where the Midwestern Brotherhood's airships had crashed, Lyons' group was unsuccessful in their attempts to regain contact with them. Continuing east, the group next traveled through the former city of Pittsburgh, now known simply as the Pit. Horrified by the pure chaos they witnessed, Lyons' group performed large-scale military action across the city, killing any and all raiders, slavers, and mutated abominations that put up a fight. This event, lasting just a single night, would come to be known as the Scourge. In the end, the vast majority of the Pit's inhabitants were dead, and the group took with them several unmutated children which they would eventually train to join the Brotherhood of Steel. Unfortunately, Paladin Asher was caught in an explosion in a steel mill, and presumed dead. He was the only apparent casualty on the Brotherhood's side. Upon reaching the East Coast, Lyons' group came across the remains of the Pentagon. While the building was largely destroyed, inside the Brotherhood came across a marvel of pre-war technology, Liberty Prime. This discovery earned Paladin Lyons a promotion to Elder. In addition, Lyons' superiors back west gave him a new directive to establish a permanent Brotherhood base in the Capital Wasteland, and continue their search for advanced tech. Gladly accepting his new post, Elder Lyons ordered repairs to be done on the former Pentagon in order for it to serve as this new Brotherhood faction's headquarters, dubbing it the Citadel. Lyons and his soldiers also found a large amount of supermutants infesting the ruins of Washington, D.C. These supermutants were different from the ones back west, but still just as dangerous. Most of the Capital Wasteland settlements were defenseless, and as such the entire region was in danger of being overrun by these creatures. Lyons' Brotherhood took it upon themselves to stem the tide of the supermutant army. Stopping them completely seemed an impossible task, as more and more of them would continue to emerge from seemingly nowhere, but the Brotherhood could at least keep them at bay. The Brotherhood of Steel's campaign against the supermutants garnered them much praise and thanks from the Wastelanders they were protecting. As the years passed, Elder Lyons continued to lead the eastern branch of the Brotherhood, as well as maintain communications with his Brotherhood of Steel superiors back in California. The Lost Hills Elders had been clear. Lyons' prime objective, first and foremost, was to discover and acquire new pieces of advanced technology. But the needs of the Capital Wasteland's inhabitants captured Lyons' attention more so. His priority became to help and protect the innocent people of the Wasteland who had come to rely on the bravery and strength of the Brotherhood. And so Elder Lyons made sure his superiors were aware that he would not sacrifice innocent lives in favor of finding and hoarding old scraps of technology. The halls of Lost Hills proceeded to erupt in rumor and speculation. Some claimed that Owen Lyons had gone native, considering him a traitor who put the needs of the Wasteland's people above the Brotherhood's own, while others saw him as a true role model for the entire Brotherhood, who exhibited the selfless behavior that all Brotherhood of Steel members should aspire to. Caught in the middle of all this, the ruling elders finally made a decision. Owen Lyons would still be recognized as a leader of the Brotherhood of Steel, but all support from the West would be completely cut off. Lyons would have to pursue his own agenda alone. While most of Elder Lyons' soldiers supported him and his dedication to the people of the Capital Wasteland, and looked up to him as an honorable and heroic leader, there were those among the East Coast chapter of the Brotherhood of Steel who didn't quite look at Lyons with as much admiration. Those who disagreed with their leader's new priority unapologetically voiced their opposition, loudly and aggressively. They believed, as many back in the West did, that by abandoning the Brotherhood's primary mission, Lyons had abandoned the very values that defined the Order itself. The conflict between those who opposed Lyons and those who were loyal finally came to a head one night, when the dissenters, led by Paladin Kasdan, left the Citadel, stealing weapons, power armor, and other pieces of technology and equipment. They proudly dubbed themselves the Outcasts, traitors, not to the Brotherhood of Steel, but to what they believed was the twisted version of the Brotherhood that Lyons had turned it into. Truly, this was Owen Lyons' darkest hour. While many of his loyal soldiers looked upon the outcasts with disgust and hatred, as a man of compassion, Lyons couldn't help but sympathize with them. After all, they were right. He had abandoned the primary mission of the Brotherhood, and now he was paying the ultimate price for it. Comrades whom he had fought with as brothers for years, with whom he had shared victory and loss, were now his enemies. A year after the formation of the Outcasts, Lyons continued in his dedication to helping the people of the Capital Wasteland. All was going normal until the Enclave, led by General Augustus Autumn, attacked the Jefferson Memorial, where an experimental water purifier named Project Purity called home. After James, lead scientist of Project Purity, sacrificed his life in a vain attempt to stop the Enclave, his child, known only as the Lone Wanderer, and colleague, Dr. Lee, escaped and sought shelter at the Citadel. Here they informed Elder Lyons of what had happened. After hearing of the resurgence of the Enclave, Lyons declared war against them and began a campaign to stop them and take back Project Purity. Lyons agreed to assist the Lone Wanderer, who revealed that a Garden of Eden creation kit, or GECK, was needed in order to get Project Purity functional. Scribe Rothschild then pointed the Lone Wanderer in the direction of Vault 87, which was the only known location in the Capital Wasteland that housed a GECK. Elder Lyons then began debating with his daughter Sarah, who at this point had risen through the ranks of the Brotherhood, as to whether or not they should launch an assault on the Jefferson Memorial. However, the Lone Wanderer returned with grim news that the Enclave had stolen the GECK and were preparing to activate it. With little other option, Elder Lyons ordered his soldiers to begin an assault on Project Purity. But not alone. With the help of Dr. Lee, the Brotherhood scribes had finally gotten Liberty Prime in working order. With Prime's help, the battle against the Enclave was all but won, and the Brotherhood occupied the Jefferson Memorial. Thanks to the Lone Wanderer, the water purifier was activated, and Lyons had the Brotherhood begin distributing the fresh, clean water all throughout the Capital Wasteland. But while General Autumn had been defeated, the Enclave was not dead yet. Lyons' soldiers continued to fight the remnants of the Enclave, until finally the Brotherhood discovered the Enclave's last known major base of operations, located at Adams Air Force Base. Once again enlisting the help of the Lone Wanderer, Elder Lyons sent them to the Air Force Base with the mission of finally destroying the Enclave's base using their own orbital strike. Upon targeting the Enclave's mobile base crawler, the Lone Wanderer was rescued by the Brotherhood and watched as it was obliterated, finally ending the Brotherhood's war. Lyons presumably continues to lead the Eastern Brotherhood of Steel, though according to his own personal logs, he's ready to give up command to his daughter, Sarah. Either way, here's hoping we get to see where Elder Lyons' story goes next.
And then the Citadel blew up, and everybody died!
The end.